Hello everyone. Welcome to this video on how to embed a dashboard in Vue.js with Go and Bold BI. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create, configure, and run an application from scratch using Visual Studio Code. Let's get started. I have already installed Node.js and the Go installer on my machine to create an app in Vue with Go. I create a folder for the application and name it Vue.js with Go. I run this command to install Vue globally. To create the Vue application, I run the command. In this case, my app refers to the folder name of the Vue application. I create a new Go folder by using this command. Next, we'll need to add an embedConfig.json file to configure embedding parameters, authentication, user context, and customization for the secure embedding of a dashboard. In the dashboard server, I click Settings, select Embed, and click Enable Embed Authentication. Then I click Download. A dialog box will open. I select the Getting Started tutorial category in Sales Analysis dashboard. Next, I download the JSON file and add it to the Go folder. I open Visual Studio Code. I create a folder for .vs code in the Go folder. In that folder, I create a file named launch.Json. This launch.Json config sets up VS Code to debug a Go program using a Go-specific debugger, starting from the workspace root with flash port equals 8086 as an environment variable. It runs in debug mode, shows logs, and accepts no command line arguments. Next, I create a file named main.go. In it, I add the Go code import standard libraries. These import statements bring in essential Go packages used for building a secure and functional web server. They enable cryptographic signature generation, JSON and base64 encoding, HTTP request handling, file I/O, and utility functions for logging, string manipulation, and timestamping, which is crucial for embedding dashboards securely and efficiently. I declare a global variable named appconfig. AppConfig is a global map that stores configuration data with string keys and flexible interface values, allowing it to hold any data type. Next, I define the embedConfig struct, which is used to define a set of configuration fields required for dashboard embedding. It provides a structured format for organizing data such as the dashboard ID, server URL, and environment settings. I add the main function that starts an HTTP server on port 8086 with routes for authorization server and getDetails. The main function initializes and runs a lightweight HTTP server in Go that listens on port 8086. It registers two API endpoints /getDetails and /authorization server, which handle dashboard configuration and secure authorization, respectively. And the select statement keeps the main thread alive indefinitely, preventing the program from exiting. Then I add the getDetails function, which reads the dashboard config from a JSON file, extracts specific fields, and returns them as a JSON response to the client. I add the authorization server function, which processes a POST request to generate a signed embed authorization URL using provided query parameters and config, then fetches and returns the authorization response from the dashboard server. I add the getSignature URL function, which generates a base64 encoded HMAC SHA-256 signature for the given query string using the embed secret from the config. Lastly, I add the unmarshal function, which decodes a JSON string into a generic interface while preserving number formats using useNumber. Then I select the app.vue file in the src folder of the root folder application. This template tag defines the HTML structure of the Vue app and sets up the visual containers for embedding the bold BI dashboard and showing error messages. Next, I set up the external libraries needed for embedding the bold BI dashboard and communicating with the backend. I import jQuery, which is required by the bold BI SDK for DOM manipulation and event handling. I import the bold BI embedded SDK to enable dashboard embedding. I then import Axios, a promise-based HTTP client used to fetch configuration data from the backend server. It makes jQuery globally available so that bold BI can function properly. This section sets up the Vue component's name and a reactive error message variable for dynamic error handling. It loads external JavaScript files while the app runs, making it easy to add third-party tools without including them in the initial setup. Next, I set the authorization URL, which defines the endpoint used by bold BI to generate secure embed tokens, and handles errors if the config is missing or the request fails. The Create Bold BI dashboard function uses the bold BI embedded SDK to create and load a dashboard inside the web page. Finally, I go to the Style tag, which displays a prominent error message in the center of the screen, especially for something like when a dashboard fails to load. Now everything is ready. I open the Go command prompt and run this command. Then, I open the root folder application command prompt. I add the packages for jQuery, Embed SDK, and Axios by using this command. And run this command. On successful compilation, you'll see the sales analysis dashboard renders automatically in my default browser. If you want to open the dashboard in design mode, write the code for design mode. Change the Load Dashboard to Load Designer. The application will automatically update. You will see the dashboard load in design mode. In this video, I've shown you how to embed a dashboard in Vue.js with Go and Bold BI. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching.